Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit different. It is some random facts about me. I just thought it would be a good video to kind of help you guys get to know me a little bit better and just to share a little bit more information about myself, because a lot of my videos are not personally about me. So I thought this would be cool. So I came up with 25 random facts about me. I filmed this already once this morning. It is super early. It's only 9 a.m. and I filmed it at like 7:30 or something. And I have my camera set up at my window for natural lighting, and because the sun was rising and like straight into my room, you could see the blinds, the lines from my blinds. And I think it was like a 30-minute video that I could cut down to maybe like 20 something. So I am just going to jump right into it because it's a long one. So the first fact I have is that I first got glasses in 3rd or 4th grade, and I have had glasses ever since. And then number 2 is I got contacts in 7th or 8th grade. I'm not sure exactly which one, but there's not been a day since then that I have not worn glasses or contacts. And when I say I'm blind, I mean I am truly blind. I cannot see 2 feet in front of me. And I remember a couple years ago, because nobody else in my family has ever needed glasses. Even my mom, who is in her 50s, just now got glasses this year, which is insane. But I remember a couple years ago I was getting a new prescription, and I asked like the doctor or whatever if there was some way he could show my mom like how I see. And so he was able to put like, I don't know, my prescription into these glasses, and she put them on and she could not believe it. She instantly started to get a headache, and she was so shocked that that's how blind I was. Because I feel like a lot of people like say, oh yeah, I need glasses, or oh yeah, I'm blind, but they're like, okay, no, like I truly cannot see. Number 3 is my birthday is December 4th, and my dad's birthday is actually the 3rd. And before I was born, I'm pretty sure he was hoping I was born on the 3rd so we could share a birthday, but that didn't happen. Number 5 is I am terrified of clowns. I'm not exactly sure how or why like it started off, but I do remember when I was little, me and my best friend at the time, we went to a haunted corn maze, and you like walk up a bridge and then you walk back down, and we were walking down, and at the corner 2 clowns popped up, scared the bejesus out of me. I ended up like stumbling and getting my foot stuck in the steps, and then when I got unstuck, I freaking booked it. I ran for my life. They started chasing me, and then they left, or I don't know, they weren't, all of a sudden they weren't chasing me, but this guy with the chainsaw was, and I got stuck in a dead end like part of the corn maze, and I just started to bawl my eyes out, and he kept coming for me. And then my best friend at the time, her like stepdad or whatever, he ended up telling the guy to like back off because that's how scared I was. And then I couldn't even do the rest of the corn maze. He literally had to carry me, and my head was like in his chest. Like I had my eyes shut, I had my hands covering my ears. I didn't want to see or hear anything. And it's not like I was like 3 or something, I was like 8. So I am still to this day truly terrified of them. And yeah, going along kind of being scared of stuff, when I was little I used to be scared of big dogs. And again, I'm not sure, well, I think the reason it started off was me and my little brother were playing in our backyard, and this big like stray dog was around, and we were like trying to play with him, or I don't know, he ended up starting to chase us, and it scared me. So I took off running to the front of our house, and like right as I like got into our gate and started to shut the gate, he went to like bite me or nip me or get in or something, I'm not sure, but that scared the crap out of me because he was so close to me. And for years after that, I did not go anywhere near big dogs. If I saw a big dog, I would get like scared and be like, don't come near me. But I'm totally over that fear. But I remember for a pretty long time I wanted nothing to do with big dogs. So number 7 is I am not really into TV shows or movies. It has got to be a super good, not even good movie, but I don't know. There's so many movies that sound good and have great reviews, and I'm just like, nope, I don't want to. I have a hard time sitting down and like zoning in on that one movie or TV show. And so there's so many. I have like seen like the bare minimum of movies. And same thing with TV shows. I have only ever completed like 4: Rain, Friends, Heart of Dixie, and Vampire Diaries. Those are the only shows I've ever completed. I'm currently watching The Ranch and Gilmore Girls, and it's taken me forever to watch the Gilmore Girls. And even The Ranch, I love The Ranch. I freaking crack up laughing at that show. It is so good, but I just have a hard time like actually binge watching shows. So number 8 is kind of a weird one. So I broke my finger in elementary school. I broke my ring finger, and then somewhere like down in my hand, and I had a cast, but I lied about how I did it. So how I actually broke it was, I used to do gymnastics, and at recess at school we had like the monkey bars, and I was on one of the high ones where you could like do flips and stuff. Well, I had done a couple flips, and then I jumped down off of it to the ground, and when I jumped down off of it, my hand like swung, and when it swung it hit another metal pole, and that's how I broke it. But I told everybody that I was on the swings, and when I went to jump off, my finger got stuck, and like when I jumped off, it like ripped my finger, and that's how I broke it. My mom has always worked at like schools, and she was working at the elementary school where we were at, and so I told her, and she told me to put like an ice pack on it and gave me like a cold washcloth, and that's that. Well, then at the end of the day, she saw it, and I mean, it swelled up like 3 times the normal size. It was like bruised and purple, and she was like, oh my gosh, why did you not come and get me? Like, this is so bad. She rushed me to the hospital. We got x-rays, and sure enough, it was broken. But so I still to this day don't know why I lied about how I broke it, and I'm not sure why I didn't go get my mom once I started to realize how big it was getting, because it was so painful to move because it had swelled so much that like when they were doing the x-rays, you know, they wanted me to like do this so they could get a picture, and then like just do the ring finger and all this stuff, and I was bawling. I was crying so bad because it hurts so much to move. Number 9 is I also played volleyball, and in high school I messed up my knee. My whole family has really bad knees. My dad does. My older brother has torn his ACL twice, needed surgery the second time for it. My little brother hyperextended his knee and slightly tore his ACL and was in a big cast or like brace for a really long time. I've had issues with my knee growing up, and then in volleyball I really messed it up, and I was out for the season. We did like physical therapy for like 2 years off and on. I had so many like MRIs and CAT scans or something done on it. I went to doctor after doctor after doctor to try and figure out what was wrong with it. Could never really figure out why it was like popping out and why I was having issues. But I ended up never getting cleared to play volleyball again, so I just never went back and played. I could have played like my senior year, but by that time I was working and I didn't have an interest in doing it anymore. But we ended up figuring out that the issues stem from the way I walk, so now it's pretty much totally fine. If I'm doing leg day at the gym or I'm hiking or anything, I do wear a big knee brace just to help stabilize it and make sure it's a little bit more protected. But day to day I really don't have any issues with it. I do have arthritis in it, so when the weather is changing, my knee can tell me that, and if I have done like a lot of walking or standing on it, it really starts to ache and hurt. Number 10, I have never liked the color pink ever. It is probably my least favorite color. But yeah, I've never liked pink at all. And going along with that, number 11 is I've never really been a girly girl. I like looking nice. I occasionally like dressing up. I do my makeup, but I do day to day, I do the bare minimum of my makeup. like filling in my eyebrows, mascara, and maybe a little bit of blush. Now that I do YouTube, I do try and present myself a little bit better and wear a little bit more makeup, make sure my hair looks a little bit better, wear cuter clothes, because if I'm not filming, I usually have my hair in a ponytail or a bun, very little makeup on, and jeans and a t-shirt or shorts and a t-shirt. I am not about looking fancy or cute or super stylish day in and day out. I'm not about the full face makeup day in and day out. I'm not about curling my hair and straightening it and having it perfect. Not about that. Number 12, I have always mismatched my socks. I even asked my mom how long I've been doing this, and she literally said forever. She doesn't even remember like exactly when I started it, because I've been doing it for so long and I still do it to this day. You will never see me wearing matching socks. Number 13 is I have also always wanted a really large family. Back when John and Kate +8 was around, I used to want 8 kids, and then I grew up and got older and I was like, no, that's a little crazy. So then I wanted 4, and now honestly I would be okay with like 5 or 6 kids. I now say a minimum of 4. I know I am freaking crazy, but if it is in God's plans and I am financially able to, I would love to have 4 to 6 kids. Just a big family I would love. Number 14 is a lot of people in my family absolutely love reading. My mom is a huge reader. Several of my cousins that I grew up with a lot loved reading and were always reading, and I hated it up until, I don't know, like 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade. I would start so many books and never finish them. I could never get into actually sitting down and reading until I found kind of my niche, I guess. And I think back then it was like vampire books, werewolf books, kind of like the whole like mythological, is that what it is? Creatures. I never read the Twilight books, and I really don't think I ever will, but I think that was the type of books I finally got into, and then I was like never able to put a book down. And since then I will occasionally read those books, not a whole lot. I like more romance, western books, books about like the 17 and 1800s, books about like Amish communities and different things like that. So not so much. The other one is I really like the dystopian world books. I think that's what they are, but like the Hunger Games. What are the other ones? I've read so many of those and now I can't even think of the name. But those type of books I really like, so yeah. Number 15 is I absolutely love peanut butter. I am a peanut butter freak. Anything that has peanut butter I absolutely am going to love. I will even just eat a spoonful full of just peanut butter. I love peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter toast, peanut butter shakes, milkshakes, ice cream, anything peanut butter, I am down for. Number 16 is I really only drink water. I will occasionally drink, you know, like a juice or flavored water. Never drink soda, and I very rarely, like not even juice. Like if we have apple juice or orange juice, I'll have it, but that's not very often. If I want something besides just plain water, I'll just go for a flavored water. Number 17 is I prefer iced coffee over hot coffee, even in the winter or cooler months. I like iced coffee better. And I'm not a huge fan of coffee drinks like espressos, or one of the ones that have been like a huge kick recently, like with YouTube, is that cold brew, the pumpkin cold brew cold foam drink or something. I got that. I couldn't even drink it. It was so strong of a coffee taste. I don't like it. When I make my coffee at home, I do coffee, but then I do a lot of creamer, and I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Starbucks or like coffee shops when ordering a coffee drink. If I'm going to go there, I'm gonna get like some kind of frozen blended drink. Like Starbucks, I'll get the caramel frappuccino, or I think it's just here in Colorado, but it's Ziggy's. I will get, it's called like a turtle mocha or a mile high mocha, and it's the same like texture and consistency as a Starbucks caramel frappuccino, or as a frappuccino I guess, but again it's like caramel and chocolate and peanut butter. So Number 18 is I've been watching YouTube for years, probably the last 10 years or something. I was in middle school or whatever, and I started off with like beauty videos and makeup tutorials and what's in my purse. I loved watching Elle and Blair's channels. I loved watching Makeup by Tiffany D. I still actually watch her videos today. I absolutely love her. But yeah, I would even pretend like I had my own channel, and if I was getting ready for the day, I would sit there and talk to myself and act like I was filming myself. I remember I would even make my mom do what's in my purse videos with me, and we would pretend like we were filming each other. And then as I got older, like within the last couple of years, I really liked family vlogs, mommy videos, lifestyle videos, and I've always said that once I was pregnant or had a family, that's when I would start a channel, which obviously I started it long before then because I'm not pregnant, I don't have any kids, none of that. But I figured I love watching these type of videos, lifestyle videos, just everyday life kind of stuff, favorites, empties. So I figured why not do that now, and then when I eventually have a family, I'll add those videos to my channel too. But I have always watched YouTube, and I have always said I would have my own channel, and now I do. Number 19 is I love writing things down. I am always using notebooks. I used to buy notebooks constantly. I've stopped now because I have so many, but I always have a notebook for something. I'm always writing things down, to-do lists, things I just need to get done, video ideas, just anything. If I need to write it down, I write it down. I love planning. I use a planner for every day, for the month. I budget on paper. I do have different lists and things on my phone. The reason, normally I would have wrote this down on a notebook, but I thought of this video yesterday and I was out and about, and so I didn't have a notebook on me. But so yeah, if I'm out and about, because I don't carry a purse with me anymore, occasionally I will, but not really, so I will write it on the notepad on your iPhone, and then I will transfer it to an actual notebook. So number 20 is Kit Moore has been my all-time absolute favorite singer for years, probably like the last 8 years or something. I've been obsessed with him. I seriously love every single song he comes out with. I am just, that man has my heart. He's coming out with a new album the beginning of next year, and I'm so excited. But number 21 is I'm also obsessed with Eric Church and all of his music, and me and my mom went to his concert a couple months ago, and we both said hands down he was the best concert, best performance, and anytime he is in Colorado or around Colorado, we are going. Number 22 is we grew up camping. We would go camping several times a year, and I absolutely love it. We went tent camping, and I prefer tent camping over glam camping. My best friend, her family, they have a really nice camper and they go glam camping, and I prefer tent camping. I prefer anything outdoors, hiking, fishing, that stuff. I just absolutely love it. And number 22 is I actually really wanted to get a really nice trailer and live in it for a couple of years, and then buy a house and then keep the trailer for traveling the states. I would absolutely, one, here in Colorado, rent and houses are so freaking expensive, especially for what you get for the price is insane. And having a trailer, you would save like $300 to $600 a month, which is ridiculous. And then you also have that to show for it. I've never wanted to rent because you spend all that money on renting, and then when you leave that house, you literally have nothing to show for all that money. So I've never wanted to do that. Also, here in Colorado, if you rent, like if you get your own place, whether that's renting or buying, you have to have a roommate or two, and that is also something I've never wanted to do. So I really just want to get a new nice trailer and live in that for a couple of years, and that way I can keep it and have it for traveling, because another goal of mine is to be able to travel the states, like take 6 months or even a year and just go travel. I would love to do that. Oh, that was number 24, was traveling the states. Number 25, the last one, is I actually used to sleepwalk and sleep talk a lot. I was asking my mom if she could think of any random facts or whatever about me, and she said that one. I remember she would actually ask me like the next day if I remembered coming out or talking or saying this, and I would never remember. And I think it's probably pretty normal for kids to sleepwalk at least once or twice in their like childhood, but I would do it all the time, and sometimes it would freak my mom out. So yeah, that's something random. Let me know if you guys enjoy this video and comment down below some random facts about you. I think that would be really fun and interesting, and I will keep an ongoing list about random facts just when I think of them, and I will do like a part 2 eventually. And yeah, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe and turn on the bell notification. That way you know when I post my next video, which I think is going to be 10 baby names I love and may use, because like I said, I don't have any kids right now, so who knows if I will use these names. But I've had an ongoing list of baby names as well for years and years. I think every girl does, but stay tuned to that for that video. Bye guys.